Now that's something I didn't see coming. Damn, Vince still be fucking, huh? Who knew Laurinaitis and Vince had good game? You know what they say, people? Sharing is caring. Ooh, Mr. McMahon, your pee-pee looking really wrinkly today. Imagine becoming the COO of the WWE just because your dad was horny. Now that I got some jokes off my chest, I could probably make 10 more by that MPG. What is happening with pro wrestling in 2022? It's not like it was going great in the first place. Big E got injured, Bayley got injured, Omega is out, Charlotte took a break, Naomi and Sasha Banks left, but it seems like each week it's just getting worse and worse. Remember when this was the biggest controversy of pro wrestling? Vince McMahon was like, hold my wrinkly biceps. But before we talk about tag team wrestling, let's talk about all the other crazy things happening in pro wrestling. CM Punk almost immediately got injured after winning the championship, which was supposed to be Summer of Punk Reloaded, unfortunately turned into Vacation of Punk. And then AEW did this weird thing where they didn't took the championship away from CM Punk, but they're still gonna crown a new champion. I can't blame him, I would have no idea what to do in that situation. MJF, nobody knows what the hell is happening with this guy. How much of it is real, how much of it is work. But I'm pretty sure MJF is thinking right now, damn Vince, I can't possibly beat that. Unfortunately, Randy Orton's injury is very serious. Fightful has learned that Orton has been dealing with a back injury for quite some time. We're told that things have gotten progressively worse, and WWE fears that Orton will be forced to undergo surgery. WWE sources that we spoke to said that if that happens, Orton would likely be out of action the rest of 2022. I'm sure Riddle shed a tear. So that's absolutely crazy. WWE lost so much talent because a lot of them got injured. Most of them got fired. These are horrible news for the WWE, and me, as a big Randy Orton fan, I'm sad as well, you know. I think that Randy Orton was kinda the glue of the WWE lately. He wasn't in a very important position, but he was one of the very few older guys that I grew up watching who was still in the WWE. Now, I'm sure Randy Orton will return, hopefully, but that is a huge hit for the WWE product. John Laurinaitis tries to impress Mr. McMahon. Damn, Vince McMahon's like 500 years old, but he can still get it up. That's crazy. I've also heard rumors that Sasha Banks got released. Now, I'm not sure about that. There are multiple rumors saying different things, but at this point, it's not gonna make much of a difference. We all know that Sasha Banks most likely won't be back in the WWE. I got my source, and my source told me, Sasha actually even changed her hair color. It's not blue anymore, which is absolutely crazy. She's one of the biggest stars in the WWE, so that's also a very huge hit. And I don't know, man, wrestling is absolutely nuts in 2022, and mostly in a negative way. Roman Reigns, who we desperately need on television, is a part-timer. According to a source, the creative decision to unify the titles was with the understanding it would allow Roman Reigns to appear on both shows more regularly. Maybe that wasn't the best decision. Yeah, he appeared on like one Raw, maybe two. 3 max. He's yet to defend the championship. He barely has any challengers. All of his matches are going to be extremely predictable. We need 2 championships, ladies and gentlemen. What the hell is going on? I told you it's gonna suck, but if I'm being honest, it's actually 10 times worse than I imagined. They gave Roman 2 championships and he's just living that life. And it's not even Roman's fault. And since Cody is going to be out most likely for 6 months, which I believe is gonna be more like 4, damn, wrestling is gonna be really predictable and boring. Obviously, Cody is the only guy who should beat Roman Reigns because logically, if anyone else beats Roman and then Cody takes the championship from that person, it's not gonna have the same impact. I've seen people saying maybe Seth Rollins should take the championship to kind of switch things up and then Cody takes the championship from Seth Rollins. But it's not the same. You know, ending that long title reign is a lot more important than a championship itself. It seemed like Jeff Hardy's arrest was the biggest thing that's gonna happen in 2022. Like they say, anything can happen in the WWE. Vince McMahon became a huge fan of tag team wrestling. I don't really want to get into the details because this is actually disgusting. You know, I'm making jokes about Vince McMahon and John Laurinaitis, but the actual, you know, situation is really yucky. It's really yucky. Everything in, like, I'm literally about to talk about Vince McMahon's wrinkly balls right here, ladies and gentlemen. That's not necessarily something I want to do. I feel like I look way too positive talking about Vince's balls, but basically what happened, they hired someone. I'm not sure what she actually did in the WWE. Vince was paying her 100 grand a year, and then they started dating. And he paid her 200k. Then all of a sudden, Vince McMahon became a big fan of tag team wrestling, and then he said, "John Laurinaitis, she's all yours." And then Vince McMahon gave her $3 million to not say anything. I hate talking about this, but this is such a big deal, I kinda have to, you know? So, am I talking about Vince's balls right here, ladies and gentlemen? Well, whatever. So yeah, this became a big deal. John Laurinaitis is actually, I believe, married to the Bella twins' mother. Apparently, Vince McMahon and Linda are not even living together, which is not really an excuse, you know, because that's some professional Vince McMahon. Remember when they said Sasha Banks and Naomi are being unprofessional? Hold my 200k. And just a few hours ago, we learned this. Until the conclusion of the investigation into recent allegations, I'm honored to assume the role of interim chairwoman and COO. I don't know. I love WWE and all it continues to do to entertain billions around the world. Stephanie McMahon became the CEO, something like that, just because her daddy wanted to get his noodle wet. That's nuts. Is that even real? This feels like a fever dream. It's crazy because Stephanie McMahon just went on a career break. Apparently, Vince McMahon voluntarily stepped down as the WWE chairman, so we don't know for how long that's gonna continue, but for now, Steph is the boss. Now, this situation is effed up, but I'm honestly not shocked. You know, I'm not shocked that Vince McMahon would do something like this. It's not the first time. I'm just shocked he can still get it up. My man's Coco Jumbo is working. That's the biggest news of 2022, ladies and gentlemen. Vince McMahon is still doing it. I gotta get that thought out of my head. Now, with Stephanie McMahon being the chairwoman, I don't think anything is really going to change. We're just gonna feel the effects of all the injured superstars, that's it. And they won't mention it. I don't think Stephanie McMahon will be on television, that's for sure. Oh, and I got one more update. Mr. McMahon will be on SmackDown. I just wanted to get my noodle wet. But yeah, man. Vince is a horny man. Peace.